Diary of a Day, Resurrecting, the Thunder Machines. Good morning, my dear colleagues and all you souls out there craving a surge of intense energy. Today, fasten your seatbelts and pull those helmets on tight, because you're about to join me for a workday that is literally high voltage. The first task of this beautiful morning, which was actually the moment I barely managed to rub my eyes and gulp down some coffee to wake up, is to send 2 VIPs off to their new home. Or rather, back to their old home after a long vacation at my repair spa. I'm talking about 2 power inverters, a cute, petite 1000W unit and a muscular 4000W giant. Regarding these 2 patients, to be honest, I owe the owner a sincere apology from the bottom of my heart and the bottom of my pockets. Here's the deal. I had every intention of setting up the tripod, turning on the ring light, and filming a legendary million-view tutorial or vlog for all of you to admire while I performed surgery on their capacitors and circuits. I imagined myself gracefully wielding the soldering iron like salt-based sprinkled salt, with pew-pew sound effects like a Hollywood action movie. But alas, life is no dream, and being a technician is no poem. Harsh reality struck. Customers were hounding me like a retreating army, the phone was ringing incessantly like a fire alarm, and the piles of components on the desk trapped me in an inescapable matrix. I was so busy that before the soldering iron could even cool down, I had to grab the screwdriver. I was so busy that even a bite of my sandwich tasted like rosin. And just like that, my plan to become a repair idol officially went bankrupt. The camera sat silently in the corner while I was a mess of tangled hair, rushing to revive the life source for my client. But anyway, putting aside the pain of not going viral, now is the most important part. After receiving my royal physician treatment and being fattened up with new components, these 2 inverters are now as strong as the Superhero Diary, a day as Queen Mother, Mother Nature's father, and the great camera betrayal. Hello to all my comrades following the journey of a multi-talented man. Today, I officially declare the start of a workday under the prestigious titles, National Dad, and Domestic Mom. Yes, there is nothing I cannot do, from childcare to resurrecting gasping electronic souls. Fasten your seatbelts, because today's life bus is going through turns, sharper than a 12-transistor power circuit. Chapter 1, The Electric Steed and the Quest for the Safe Conduct as dawn broke. I kicked off the day by hopping onto my electric steed, a vehicle I bet has an engine quieter than a Rolls-Royce, mostly because it has no gas engine. First mission, pick up my little treasure from school. My son and I cruised down the road, wind blowing through my hair, which is thinning from overthinking circuits. Looking just like a father-son duo in an action movie, all we lacked was an explosion in the background. After picking him up, we continued our journey to meet a long-distance bus to collect a stack of vital documents, the low-income subsidy papers for my child. To be honest, holding those papers made my heart flutter. It's proof that even if his dad is a wizard at fixing electronics, Dad's wallet is currently in maximum power-saving mode. But that's okay, poor but clean, ragged but fragrant. Besides, if an amplifier burns out, that definitely doesn't smell fragrant. Chapter 2, Reunion with the Stubborn Patient. After settling the administrative red tape, we stopped by a client's house to retrieve an old prisoner, the art of transistor trimming, and the wire matrix back at headquarters, my messy workbench. I immediately pulled out 2 brand new power circuit boards I had ordered. These were massive 12-transistor, 12-SO boards. But after calculating as precisely as a math professor, I decided to perform a reverse plastic surgery. I would only install 8 transistors, leaving 4 slots empty. Why? Because 8 is enough to make the neighbors come over and beg for mercy. 12 would probably shake the ceiling down. Plus, using 8 keeps the unit cool and gives the circuit room to breathe. Art is about knowing when enough is enough, my friends. But I swear to you, this was the most nerve-wracking part. Wiring the power for this board is not for the faint of heart. We have 4 wires of destiny, GND, mass, B+, B-, and the speaker output. I had to keep my eyes peeled, my hands were shaking. But my mind had to be zen. 1 wrong second, 1 slight touch of B+ to B-, and we'd have a mini fireworks display right then and there. And my 8 beloved transistors would be cooked faster than salt-roasted shrimp. And here is the soul of the audio party, the input signal. I compare it to the voice of the heart. Through this circuit, it gets amplified 100 times. A whisper of I love you through my amp becomes a thunderous I love you that the whole commune can hear. Chapter 4, Concrete Drilling in the Holy Thermal Paste. Once the wiring was done, I moved on to the mechanical work, drilling holes into the aluminum heatsink. The drill shrieked like a rock song. Sweat poured down, but my eyes never left the target. After drilling, I pulled out the jar of thermal grease. You know, applying this is an art. You have to apply just enough, as steady as a street vendor spreading butter on a baguette. This layer of grease is the bodyguard that prevents the transistors from catching a fever and suffering a stroke while blasting dance music. After assembly, I stood frozen for 5 minutes to double-check the entire 8 diagram tactics, the maze of wires. The golden rule for technicians is, check 10 times, plug in once. 1 millimeter off, and $1 million is gone, no joke. Chapter 5, the day's tragic finale, the rec button scam. Everything was perfect. I confidently connected the power, plugged in the signal, and let the music roar. Boom, thick bass, crystal clear treble, the amplifier was officially resurrected. Overjoyed, I packed it up carefully and rode with my son to the client's house to return it while it was still hot. The client smiled, I was happy, and my heart felt as light as spring flowers. Returning home, I eagerly grabbed my phone to edit the clip for you all to see the dad, mom, struggle in my elite craftsmanship. But, oh my gods, the phone screen looked at me and I looked back at it. The record button was still bright red, it had never been pressed. It turns out I had been method acting, narrating, and performing all sorts of tricks for the camera without ever hitting record. I forgot the most important step in the life of a content creator, press record. And that was it, all that effort in staging. All those moments of performing surgery on 8 transistors vanished into thin air. We have no video, no million-view vlog. Just a dad sitting there holding his face in regret amidst piles of rosin and thermal paste. I am truly sorry to all my comrades. A painful lesson learned, before saving an amplifier. Save your own goldfish memory first. Next time, I vow, I promise, I guarantee I will tape a sign that says, "Did you press record?" on my forehead so I don't let you down again. Now, I'm off to sleep so I can continue being a superhero tomorrow. Farewell and victory.
Cái gì? Ủa, mở đến chiều. Mở đến chiều. Mở đến chiều. Mà mở đến tối. Có gì mà hay?
Chị Thành ấy bắt lấy gì lấy nhà vào?
Không.
Đang chơi á?
Đang chơi thôi.
Đang TikTok hay trên YouTube?
YouTube đang chơi. Ai kiếm tiền với Lệ với anh Hải đâu.
Gớm. Là gì?